Myself, Dr. Ansari Tahra Tasneem, Department of Economics, JT Science and Commerce College, Malegaon. My topic is Objectives of Monetary Policy and Measures of Credit Control. Monetary policy. Meaning of this monetary policy is relating to the supply of money as well as the supply of credit. This process by which the monetary or authority of a country controls the supply of money for achieving the certain objectives of the central bank. Definition of this monetary policy is, according to J.B. Clark, monetary policy refers to the credit control measures adopted by the central bank of the country. Second is the monetary policy. As policy employing central banks control the supply of money as an instrument for achieving economic development of the country. The main objectives of this monetary policy. The main objectives of this monetary policy, first objective is the price stability. Generally, monetary policy is concerned with the measures taken to regulate the money and credit supply for achieving certain objectives by the central bank. First is price stability. Economists prefer to have stable price level. This is because both inflation and deflation, they have their ill effects on the economy. A stable price is one which ensures changes in the supply of money and credit in such a way that the needs are adequately met and thereby prices are not allowed to fluctuate widely. Second objective is exchange rate stability and the balance of payment equilibrium. Stability in the external value of currency is an important objective. हमारी करेंसी की बैरूनी मुल्क में वैल्यू एक important objective है. For this, it ensures that there are no wide fluctuations in the exports, imports and capital movements. This objective of exchange stability could also achieve an equilibrium in the balance of payment position. Countries facing with balance of payment deficits, they have used the monetary policy for correcting such deficits. Then third objective is attainment of full employment without inflation. The full employment can be pursued through the monetary measures as they can help in achieving as well as maintaining the rates of saving and investment, because saving is equal to investment. For this purpose, monetary policy may help in raising saving and channelizing of this saving into a desirable channels of investment. Several monetary measures can be adopted by raising the level of saving, like increasing interest rate, expanding banking facilities. Similarly, for increasing investment, liberal bank credit may be offered to the population. Monetary policy should encourage productive and desirable investment. Then fourth objective is the rapid economic development. Rapid economic development can be accelerated by increasing the rate of saving as well as the investment in the economy. Therefore, monetary policy should be measured like increasing saving, increasing investment, ensuring adequate flow of money into desirable channels of infrastructural facilities. Acquire these facilities to the basic and key industries. Last objective is socio-economic justice. For this socio-economic justice, selective credit control measures are very much effective. What are the measures of credit control? There are two main instruments or the tools for the credit control. What are these? Number one is quantitative measures or general measures, and the second is qualitative as well as selective measures. So, number one, quantitative measures of credit control. Number one is bank rate policy. Bank rate policy, it is the minimum rate charged by central bank for discounting bills of exchange to the commercial bank. Banks depend upon the central bank for cash requirements. If central bank observes inflationary wind blowing, अगर ये महसूस करता है सेंट्रल बैंक कि इन्फ्लेशन है, इट रेजेस बैंक रेट, ये बढ़ा देता है बैंक रेट को. देयरफॉर प्राइवेट बैंक्स आल्सो इंक्रीजेस देयर इंटरेस्ट रेट. बैंक भी अपना इंटरेस्ट रेट बढ़ा देते हैं. एज ए रिजल्ट, cost of borrowing increases and demand for credit falls. Volume of expenditure declines, prices falls, and inflation is cured. To cure depression, central bank adopts the inverse policy. Second qualitative measure is open market operation. Second quantitative measure is the open market operation. Open market operation, that is sell and purchase of government securities and bonds by the central bank. It influences reserve and rate of interest. If central bank wishes to control inflation, it sells government securities to the commercial bank. अगर सेंट्रल बैंक ये महसूस करता है कि इन्फ्लेशन है तो बेच देता है सिक्योरिटी के पेपर्स कमर्शियल बैंकों को. इस तरीके से दिस रिड्यूसेस द कैश टू द बैंक्स and banks are forced to curtail their lending. A decrease in the bank lending increases interest rate. As a result, borrowing expenditure or demand and prices falls. Thus, inflation is cured. Central bank adopts inverse policy to cure depression. Third quantitative measure is variable or changeable reserve ratio. It is the reserve money which commercial banks have to keep with the central bank. ये वो रिजर्व पैसा है जो कमर्शियल बैंक सेंट्रल बैंक के पास रखता है. It is the most useful weapon to control credit. when central bank raises reserve ratio from 10% to 20%. अगर सेंट्रल बैंक महसूस करता है कि इन्फ्लेशन है तो अपना रिजर्व रेशो बढ़ा देगा. The commercial bank have to transfer additional 10% to the deposit to the central bank. As a result, commercial banks' loanable fund declines. It creates less credit and vice versa in depression. So, there is inverse relationship between variable reserve ratio and the bank deposit. Lower power of the bank to create credit and vice versa. Then last quantitative measure is special deposit or statutory liquidity ratio. As per this method, if Reserve Bank proves failure, all the functions proves failure, central bank asks commercial bank to keep special deposits over and above the limits of required reserve ratio. It reduces loanable fund of the commercial bank and thus credit creation reduces. Then second measure is the qualitative or selective measures. The main type of this selective credit control are: number one is moral suasion. This refers to the jawbone control, the main control of the supply of money. Here central bank controls commercial banks for heart-to-heart talk and appeal to community spirit is made. Central bank expresses displeasure if bank behave against the directives. Second is the marginal requirement. It is the maximum value of loan which a borrower can have on the basis of security. If central bank fixes 10% margin on the security of 1000 rupee, the bank can lend only 900 rupee. If it raises the margin from 10% to 25%, the bank can lend only rupees 750. If central bank wants to expand credit, it reduces marginal requirement. There is an inverse relation between the marginal requirement and the loanable fund. Third qualitative measure is regulation of consumer credit. It refers regulation of consumer installment term. The objective is to regulate the demand for consumer durable goods. For this purpose, it fixes minimum down payment and maximum period of repayment. The central bank raises down payments and reduces maximum periods of repayment during the time of inflation and vice versa in depression. Then number fourth is the direct action. It implies direct action with individual banks which adopt the policies against the directives of the central bank. उनके खिलाफ में अमल करता है, जो भी बैंक कमर्शियल बैंक उनके खिलाफ में अमल करता है तो सेंट्रल बैंक जो है उन्हें रीडिस्काउंटिंग फैसिलिटी देने से इनकार कर देता है एंड चार्ज ए पेनल्टी रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. देन फिफ्थ qualitative control is credit rationing. Central bank rations out credit facilities according to the needs of the economy. Not the need of the bank, but the need of the economy. It fixes ceiling. एक हद मुकर्रर करता है to lending activities of the commercial bank. And banks cannot advance beyond this limit. Then sixth qualitative measure is the publicity. In order to discourage borrowing for unproductive purposes, central bank tries to make borrower's mind to borrow only for the productive purposes. Last is the nationalization. If all weapons were fail, or central bank may request, and banks are disobey the orders of the central bank, then central bank may request the government to nationalize these commercial banks. These are the quantitative and qualitative measures of the central bank to control the money supply. This monetary policy aimed at growth of the country, stability in the price level, and social justice among the people. Although long-term focus of monetary as well as the government policy, that is the fiscal policy in India, is growth with stability. The short-term objectives are determined after a careful and realistic appraisal of the current economic situation of the country. Thank you.